Hi, welcome to the calendar where we tell you all about the events here in the tri-state area. I'm Crystal Schelle, Lifestyle Editor, and this is Chris Copley, Assistant Lifestyle Editor. And we are the people that collect all the information so you know what the calendar is going on for events here in the area. And also we do the weekend entertainment guide. So there's no, people complain that there's nothing to do in this area.
There's a lot to do.
Liars, I say.
Like this weekend. I mean, there's things depending on what your preference is. You like music. There's things to do. You like a little cold swimming. There's something to do. I mean, there's a whole lot.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? We put this script together usually early in the week, and we only have so many events to put in, and I had to really kind of, cobble it down because there are so many things going on this weekend. The first thing is this dinner and documentary at the Unity of Hagerstown. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. This is it's a part of a fundraising effort to get some money to the Philippines, to specifically to fishermen in the Philippines, because of course they're still recovering and will be for a long time, recovering from the typhoon last year that really devastated part of the country. So this is there's a dinner of Philippine cuisine, which is prepared by someone who knows what they're doing, and then a showing of a movie that's not directly related to the Philippines, but is more related to conservation and appreciating wildlife. This is The Wild Parrots of Telegraph Hill, which is a story about a homeless guy in San Francisco, in a neighborhood in San Francisco, who becomes friendly with these wild parrots that have escaped and live and have found a home in this sort of wilderness corner in San Francisco. It's a neat story, and I've heard of this movie for 20 years.
Well, we have a little trailer of this to show you guys.
We do a lot of bad things to animals because we don't believe that they feel anything.
They're afraid of death, they're afraid of injury, they're afraid of being alone, like us.
I like how it tells you in the little information about the film. It says that he finds the meaning of life through these parrots. So I think that's pretty interesting. I'm excited about the Filipino cuisine because I have a friend who's Filipino, and he had his birthday a couple of years ago, a big birthday, and his whole family came and brought food and more food and more food.
Wow.
And I ate around the whole Filipino area because it's delicious. If you've never had it before, it's, it's kind of like Chinese food in a way, with the more Japanese influence a little bit, but it's delicious. So that alone would be worth the $15 price there to see the show there. Now I thought it was interesting too that they're doing this to adopt. Unity of Hagerstown's partnering with Adopt a Fisherman, and they're going to donate a boat to a fisherman in order to help him survive and provide for his family. So I think that's pretty neat. Let's get that information up on screen. That's dinner and documentary, 6 p.m. Friday. Unity of Hagerstown, that's on Jarkey Drive in Hagerstown. $15, but please call the phone number or email for reservations. Well, this next event is Winter Praise and Jam, which I think is pretty interesting because the proceeds are actually going to benefit Preston Miller of Smithsburg. Now, he had an accident in July and has had traumatic injuries as a result of that. And it's going to be a night filled with praise bands and worship music, and I asked him what the silent auction items, because you're always interested in that.
Right.
So Frigid Keys tickets, the gift certificates for Sweet Frog, which I just finally went to the first time. That's delicious.
Yeah, it's very good.
Dan's Tap House, which I heard is fabulous.
Also very good.
Yeah, and Misty Meadows, another favorite. There's going to be T-shirts and bracelets. And the band that's going to be there, there's two of them, Livingstone and Lifehouse Youth Band. They're both contemporary worship bands. So it's going to be really a celebration of life, and really help to raise money because, as anybody knows who's been through any type of accident that requires extensive stay, it is expensive. I don't care what kind of insurance you have. So this will be a help to get the family back on the feet. Well, let's get that information up on screen. That's the Winter Praise and Jam. That's 7 p.m. on Friday at the Calvary Temple. That's in Conococheague Street in Williamsport. Free will donation. You can call that number or email that email address for more information. Well, let's talk about this next event. It's open mic night.
Open mic in Hancock, which is really nice. I mean, Hancock has really come alive as a sort of a burgeoning cultural place to go in the western part of Washington County. It's and I mean they've had art shows, they've had music shows, they've had concerts, and this is an open mic night. We're hosted by Gene Ward. There'll be, of course, other things to do. 50-50 drawing and refreshments will be available. But it's all about giving people from the area a chance to sing, play their music, really do whatever. So it's a nice community-oriented event, which I think is it's great to highlight folks who live here who aren't, anyone special, but they can play music, they can sing, so that's kind of a nice to have a chance to show that.
And like Hancock, I grew up in Clear Spring. Hancock is very isolated in the sense that, there's not a big town to go to. The closest big town it would be Berkeley Springs.
Right.
So it's nice that they're finally doing stuff that, celebrate their heritage in Hancock.
And it's worth going to. I
Yeah.
mean, they've got musicians there that can really play. It's a good place to go.
Well, let's get that information up on screen. That's the open mic night. That's 6 to 8 on Friday at Hancock Performing Arts Center. That's in downtown Hancock. Free donations will be accepted. You can call that phone number for more information. Now, there's another event talking about more music. Raise the Roof in Shepherdstown.
This is more classically oriented. It's the symphonic band and the wind ensemble, both of Shepherd University. We'll be presenting a full concert of music, a variety of stuff. There's Onward Upward, which is a march by Edward Franco Goldman. There's a more folk music related piece called Armenian Dances, the first part of that, which is a rhapsody on Armenian folk tunes arranged by Alfred Reed. And then there's a couple more pieces. The big one is Michelle Humphreys. She's a timpani soloist and teacher based in Washington, D.C. She plays around the whole area. She'll be performing in a piece called Raise the Roof with the ensemble. So that should be especially exciting. I love seeing drums and timpani and percussion given a chance to really shine.
Yeah, and that's pretty exciting. The thing I like about this too is that people don't realize how competitive it is to even get into these ensembles. You don't have to be a music major to get in, but you do have to audition. So this music majors have they said a few selected non-majors to get in. So the thing about Shepherd is they always do stellar music productions. And I like they're going to do a pre-concert lecture too, so this will be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's get that information up on screen. That's Raise the Roof. Friday, 7:15 is the pre-concert lecture. At 8, the concert's going to start. Shepherd University, $10, $5 for faculty. And there you call that phone number or go to the website for more information. We got so many more events coming up, more music, and as Chris said, a little dip in the icy lake in Hancock. So stay tuned with us for more.